Right, welcome to the stream, everybody. Just going to do a quick couple of tests to see if the microphone Onios is working. Just one sec. Right, looks like we're all good. So just bear with us for a second. Right, let's go. So, going to do a bit of a live hunting session today. So this could be quite boring because I'm actually going to be looking for multi-tools in every single system that I visit, and I'm hoping that I'm going to find one because I've played the game on and off for the last couple of weeks, and I must admit I haven't played a lot, but I haven't really been lucky at all with much finds and stuff. So I'm gonna give it another crack tonight, and if anyone joins the stream, Silent Robot, welcome. Anyone joins the stream and has any questions, wants to know anything about anything with regards to multi-tools, then feel free to fire away the questions. The more questions, the better, because the more questions you ask, the more helpful it's going to be to anyone else that re-watches this or watches it live. And yeah, you can never ask too many questions. I might not have all the answers, but I'll certainly try my best. So yeah, we're going to just play a bit casually, just run through and see what ships we can get, see what tools we can get, and hopefully we'll get some nice things of everything, but chance to be a fine thing. So this is quite a nice little fighter. I don't mind the jets. I think they're the most sort of I guess human looking sort of cockpit and fuselage and stuff on ships. Anyway, right, so this is a new system I've just got here. I've already shot off some maps, so I've got the buildings marked. So let's get cracking on, straight into it. Let's just check and see how many planets we've got here. 4. So 4 planets, and it's a Viking system, this one. Yeah, the box on the space station was, I think, a C class or a B class. What was that? I just saw a red marker. Definitely saw a red marker there. Right, let's just see what the first settlement has to offer. I've actually lucked out a few times recently and got a an S-class cabinet on my first land, but they had rubbish tools. Like, that's the space station cabinet tool, that one. So we'll ignore that and go on to the next one. Just an FYI, this planet is an infested planet. If you look at the this is called a toxic horror, but these are sometimes called like infested planets or worm planets, or basically the stuff that has this living ship flora. Sometimes, well, all the time, the minor settlements are abandoned buildings. So like they've all got whispering eggs. Sometimes on these planets they don't have cabinets. So if you get to a planet basically and get to what is the minor settlement, if you come in here and there's no cabinet, there will be no cabinets anywhere on this planet. Some have them, some don't. But if you see one like here, all of them will have a cabinet. But if you get into the settlement and there's no cabinet anywhere in sight, then this planet will not have any minor settlements. So let's get cracking on. I'm going to look for some ships as well. So I might sort of just go to the odd trade post. It's not a great planet to look on, this one, because it's the visibility isn't that good. There we go. So that's an A class, quite a rare one actually for a standard rifle, because it's got 4 horns. So there's 2 broken ones at the rear, and there's 2 forward ones as well. You don't see these that often, but it's not something I'm going to hunt. But what I will do is reload a save to see what this planet spawns. Rubbish. Right, so let's plonk a save beacon there. So we've done 2 pools now. We've done the space station and this planet, and we've got 3 more planets to do. Comrade Parker, welcome to the stream. Comrade's put, "Hi Austin, I recently found an alien pistol. Does that mean there could be a rifle in that system?" There could be, but it doesn't really mean anything. If you have if you find an alien pistol in the space station, or an experimental pistol in the space station, they're exotic tools. Like alien and experimental tools are sort of classed as exotic tools, a lot less common than standard tools. Because this game likes patterns, and it's obviously RNG, but because it likes patterns, if you find one of something, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes that can mean that there could be another one of that something in the system, whether it be the same sort of ship parts, or the same sort of ships, or the same sort of variety of tools. It just depends really. I mean, there's no set rule to it. It's more just sort of observations. But if you find an exotic tool, what I would say is, if you find an exotic tool in that system, it's worth reloading on every planet just to see what else is in that system. That's what I would do. Not everybody, but that's what I would do. Yeah, so the regions is, I've talked about that on another stream as well. So Silence put, I think they're also tied to the region, as I've found similar ships, tools within that region. If I then change regions, I find different ships tools. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think there's kind of, well, there hasn't been a proven set rule for that, or a proven sort of trend or pattern. But I'm definitely not alone in it. In the sort of experienced, long-time hunters, whether it be ship hunters or tool hunters, a lot of us do see patterns, right? So yeah, I think there's some merit in that, and it's definitely worth sort of checking out. Like this is the second tool out of the now 3 that we've seen that's appeared in blue and yellow. It's like another pattern. I mean, it's, as I said, not a set rule or anything, but yeah, it's if you see something good, just check everything out in that system, because you never know. Yeah, I would agree with that, Silent. So, Silent Pot, I know it's not proven, but it seems to me there is a galaxy seed, region seed, and system seed, which affects what gets pulled from the pool of ship or tools available. Yeah, and I would sort of probably go along with that. It wouldn't surprise me if that's a thing, put it that way. But I don't know for certain. It's just like an observation. It's an observation that leans that way. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I started seeing that sort of stuff like really early on, like in the early days of playing. Like you could see that there were sort of patterns and stuff, but you know, I just don't know how you would prove it. It's a worm. Notice how every time I land as well, that worm appears on every land. Comrades Pot, I remember you saying about different regions of the galaxy as well in a different stream. I have found an experimental pistol in another system close to the alien. Yeah, I mean with with that, what I would say is in any one region, if you was to basically visit every system in every region, I would put my house on it that you would find at least one of every type of multi-tool in the game. Like one alien, one experimental, you'll find probably like 2 or 3 good ones, but it's like pretty much guaranteed that you'll find both alien and experimentals. But because each region has so many, like, you know, could be a couple of hundred different systems, again, it's just luck, because I certainly wouldn't spend time, unless I found a super rare one, going through every system in a region. It would just take far too long, like, you know, hours and hours and hours. And I think in that time, the time that you would essentially put into exploring an entire region, you could probably put that time into warping to different random systems, and you would probably find more tools. That's just my personal view on that. I am mapping out a region at the moment where I found that red experimental with horns and plasma tubes. So I'm mapping out that entire region, and I've done probably about 30 systems, 40 systems, and it's no way near done. And I must admit, I haven't really found anything more of interest so far in that region. Yeah, I'm not sure on the player seed. I'm not sure about that. Because everything is already predetermined and fixed in this game, isn't it? So regardless to any new player that joins the game, or any player that plays the game, if they go to a specific system, they will see what has always been there, right? So I'm not sure if the actual player has anything to do with it. Like, if you switched off multiplayer and you went to some random system on, like, Xbox, and then someone else switched off multiplayer and went to that same system but, like, on PC, and they've never been there before, you would all see the same thing. Does that make sense? Right, so there was nothing worth noting in that system. So I'm just going to pick some random systems. We'll go for this. Yeah, doesn't look like there's any moons. We'll go for this one. Freighter battle. I'm just going to ignore that. Yeah, it might seeds, like your player may be affected in like expeditions, but I think in the normal vanilla game, what you get, yeah, your suit and everything might be seeded for you. Like, each player might have their own seed for, like, what they start in and stuff like that, but stuff that you find in systems, like specific systems, none of this is affected by the player. Everything that you see in every system, the ships, the planets, the fauna, the flora, the planet design, the minor settlements, the multi-tools, absolutely everything in a system is already here. Even before you discover this, it's already here. The seeds are already in place. So all they're waiting for is basically someone to come along and find it and unlock it. But everything is already in this game predetermined. Like, you could play completely offline and still find the same things that you would find online. Yeah, so and that's kind of like how people can sort of reverse engineer the seeds to get to like to false spawn stuff. Right, what are we doing on charts? Have we got enough yet? Just going to check that tool again. Right, that was a B pistol. What am I doing for... Yeah, I've got all that. Okay, right. Right, let's go. Let's go, go, go. I finally got my Steam Deck as well. So I have tried No Man's Sky out on the Steam Deck. And it runs pretty well actually. I was surprised. You can't what you can't do is you can't play it on like the highest settings, but I mean I need to sort of play around with it and tweak and stuff, but you can't play it at really high settings and expect like a decent frame rate. I've been playing it so far on medium settings on everything and it runs fine. I think I'm getting about between 40 and 60 FPS maybe on it. But it's pretty good. I mean, it looks pretty good as well. You can play offline as well. You don't need to be connected for the game to launch. Because I've heard some games you need to be online for them to launch, like with their DRMs and stuff. But it's not the case with No Man's Sky, which is good. Henry King, welcome to the stream. Hey man, thanks for all the work on Multitools. Also, your character looks awesome. Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, this is my all-white character. I tend to go for either all-white, black and white, or black and red. They're my sort of favourite colours. And the ships I'm not really that fussed about colour. I have got a couple of saves which are just sort of all white or all red. But anything that looks good I'll add. I've got no issues with adding any type of multi-tool and stuff as long as they look good. But yeah, the character's pretty cool. I've gone for a different helmet on this guy. I don't normally go for this helmet. This is going to be another C. Yep. You'll notice as well, I let off the maps when I'm in the ship, because then you don't get that silly little cutscene that takes about 15 seconds. It just cuts all of that rubbish out. Right, are we going to see a different one now or another C-class? It's the same tool again. So this is probably a bit of an indicator that this might be just a two-tool pull. Because we've seen the same tool now at least 3 or 4 times. So this could be just the space station multi-tool pull might just have 2 tools in it, like the minimum. So if that's the case, then the tool that should be spawning next will be an A class, but either in a B or an A. So whatever tool appears next is probably going to be an A class, but it will show as a B or A. So this could be the so this is probably an A class, but it's shown as B there. So I'm just going to keep going until I find the actual A. But it might not be a 2-tool pull. It might be there might be more than that. No, it's a 2-tool pull, and this is an A. So we will put a save beacon there. Just going to do a quick save, and then I'm going to do an auto save, and then we're going to reload. Yeah, so in each on each planet or moon and the space station, there's a maximum of 4 multi-tools in every pull, and a minimum of 2. So you'll always get at least 2 per pull, up to 4. And there's always at least one of the tools is a guaranteed A class. So in a 2-tool pull, one of those 2 tools is the A class, which makes things quite easy. No worries. Yeah, the only thing with the starting planet is it's always a tier 1 planet, a poor planet. I think they do that so you can't sort of cheese money and resources and stuff like that. So you'll never be able to find an S-class multi-tool in the wild on the starting planet in any save that you do. But you can find A-class, definitely. They're a bit harder to find, but you'll find anything from obviously C all the way up to A. But A will be the maximum that you can get. So yeah, it's a good find. If you see an A class and you've got the money, and it's a decent tool, then just pick it up. Like, it's pretty decent for an early game. But yeah, they always start you on a poor economy tier 1 planet when you start a new save. And it's always got no conflict, I think, as well. That permadeath achievement is, yeah, that's sort of the last one that people get, isn't it, these days? That used to be a grind back in the day, but it's quite easy now. I mean, once you get to your ship and basically fix your ship in permadeath, it's pretty easy from there onwards. Because like the only thing really that will kill you, the 2 common things that will kill you in permadeath early game is not managing your jumping properly, like especially if you've got like the sort of double jump thing, the jet boost, the jetpack boost. That can kill you early game if you're not careful, or just mistakes like falling into a cave as you're running. That will kill you, and glitches. Like nothing really else. Like you haven't really got to worry about anything else in permadeath. It's quite easy now. So you should be alright. All you need to do is just build up your exosuit shields. Just get that as a priority in every system, and you'll be good to go. Richard Head, welcome. Raw afternoon, gents. Yeah, welcome to the stream. You killed a perma 7 seconds from the first spawn by hitting punch them. Oh, sorry. Yeah, killed a perma 7. Yeah, exactly. You can mess up in permadeath early game, but it's normally a silly mistake that people make that kills them. I've never installed like the plasma launcher and stuff like that on permadeath. I just never wanted to risk it really. So I mean that's just like a non-issue for me. But I guess some people, if they like that gun, you can make a mistake with that and that can kill you. But I think since the it might have been the Frontiers update, they sort of nerfed the plasma launcher a bit on you. Like if it hit you, it didn't cause as much damage. I'm sure it was Frontiers. So it might be a bit easier now with that gun, but even still, I won't use it in permadeath. I don't use it on. I don't even find a use for it really much in the game. Yeah, if you died falling into a cave, that's probably the most common thing. Is falling into like a deep ravine or a cave. But even that, like once you've got all your shields upgraded, even that you're quite safe. And your jetpack, once you've got your jetpack sorted, they're your priorities really. The ship's having a bit of a stutter. I don't know what that's all about. When I went into the menu, wasn't it? Now I can't even look at it. Well, that's a bug. I do not use it, even on normal play. No, I don't use the plasma launcher either, really. I don't think I've got it installed on this gun. In saying that, I might have it on this gun. Yeah, I have. This is a survival mode I think I'm playing here. This is my favourite glitch item, this. I do like these on bases. Alright, I think we're halfway through this planet now. I'll have to just check in a sec. Sorry, this system. Yeah, we've got 2 more to go. And then off to the next one. Unless we find a tool. You never know. Yeah, so let's see if that happens again. So this is not stuttering at the moment, but let's go into the menu. Now the ship's stuttering and the camera's moved. Now if I look at the freighter, or was it the exosuit? One of them. Yeah, look, it's moved even further. That's definitely a bug, that. I can't even zoom into the ship now. Strange. Typical No Man's Sky, that. Right, is it one more after this? Yeah, one more. The ringed planet, wherever that is. Yeah, so if anyone's, I said at the start of the stream, if anyone's got any questions, no matter how simple they might sound or how silly you might think they are, fire away, ask as many questions as you want. I'm not going to probably be able to answer everything, but I'll try my best. But the more questions people ask on these streams about multi-tool hunting, or just the game in general, but specifically to multi-tools, the more it helps other people. Like if they watch it live or they re-watch the stream, and you never know, you might ask a question that they've been wanting an answer for a while. So don't be shy, feel free to ask any questions you want. I won't be judging, don't worry. So where's this ringed planet? There it is. I don't know what that was. That oh, it's my bloody life support. Right, let's get to this ring planet, and then we've done this system. There it is. Yeah, Richard Head, I've got one question. How long till you refill that O2 in your suit? I've got my volume right down. I'm not wearing headphones at the moment. I just can't be bothered to set them up. So I've got the game volume on really really low. Like I can just about hear it coming through my surround sound system. Because if it obviously goes too loud, then I'll get a bit of feedback in the mic. So I can't really hear the game that well at the moment, and I wasn't paying attention to that. See, look, there's another one of these planets in the system. Just going back to patterns, you see, again, it might not be a thing, but that's two of these in the same system now. And like, if you find an airless planet in a 6-planet system, there might be another one, or like a moon. I do like these ships though, these long nose mecha wings. They're quite cool. Very sort of Star Foxy, like an old school 80s I want to say, or early 90s game. I think it was 90s actually, Star Fox. I loved that game. Right, this is the last one, and then on to the next system. No good. So on we go. I'm just going to quickly just have a quick look at the ships in this system, because there was a couple of nice ones that came in earlier on. What's that, an E-Wing Alpha? Oh, is it a red one? It's red and orange. It's quite a nice ship though, that. I must admit, I'm very biased towards these ships because they are my favourite in the game. The Alphas. It's a nice ship, that. No, that's all of them. There was a nice Explorer, and I saw a fairly decent fighter. There could have been a decent ship in that system, so that's the only reason why I was just looking there. Right, let's have a look at another system. Yeah, I avoid black market systems as well. Christ, there's a lot of black market systems around here. Yeah, that'll do. Comrades, how many systems do you go through before you find a multi-tool, roughly? Yeah, good question. I mean, it massively varies, but I would say on average, if I search every single system that I visit, as opposed to just going by the A class in the space station cabinets. So if I basically, regardless to what that tool is there, if I just search every system for a tool, I would be quite confident in saying that I would find an alien or an experimental in every 5 or 0 to 10 systems that I visit. So basically, probably at least 1 in every 10 up to 10, I'll probably find a experimental or an alien. Now, whether I decide to then hunt that tool is 2 different things, because I very rarely these days will hunt anything other than rifles. So I won't, even if I find a pretty decent experimental pistol, I won't bother doing a hunt for it. If I see it appear as an S class or an A class, I'll just ignore them. Unless they've got horns or plasma tubes, I might make a point of hunting if they've got like an exotic attachment. But I avoid all experimental pistols now, and I will very rarely now put time into hunting alien mid rifles, and definitely like alien pistols. I've found pretty much most of the ones that I want to find in those variants now. And I think that my view on that is, like, I want to try and find really good rifles, and the more time you spend hunting pistols, which are all right, but the more time I spend these days hunting pistols is less time I have to find a decent rifle worth posting. So I basically just try and stick to rifles now, but I will probably find at least 1 tool in every 0 to 10 systems. But if I'm doing like if I'm doing a hunt where I'm not searching in every single system, and I'm just basically hopping from space station to space station and hoping that the space station's going to be an A class, so then it's nice and easy, you just reload on every planet and then you see what pops up in the space station. Doing it that way, I would say it's more like probably 0 to 20 or 0 to 30 in terms of like finding a tool worth looking for. So it does like massively vary, but you should find them surprisingly quicker looking in every system. It's just a bit more tedious because you're reloading. First of all, you've got to find the A-class cabinet, and that can take 10 minutes to half an hour just to find the cabinet, and then you've got to reload on every planet into that cabinet, rather than just having the space station to reload your tools to. So it can be a bit more long-winded, but on the same token, there's many times where after kind of 1 to 2 or 3 minor settlement searches on a planet, you stumble across the S-class. So it sort of swings and roundabouts really with it. But there's either way, doesn't matter what your method is with multi-tool hunting, it's quite long-winded. There's no sort of real quick way around it. It's just a process you have to follow. So like I've done, this is my third system now, and as I said, normally in 0 to 10 I will find one, and I'm going to do that tonight. I'm looking in every system, so we'll see what pops up. But yeah, I've put a lot of time into this game, like over 6,000 hours I've got on this game, which is a long time. The next game that I've got in my Steam library that is the sort of most played is The Witcher 3 or State of Decay 2, and that's like 400 or 500 hours. Like nothing comes close to No Man's Sky. Probably like it probably works out like kind of, I don't know, like half a year of my life has probably been spent in this game. It's crazy when you start looking at statistics like that. But it saves me going out and getting pissed and making a fool of myself. So yeah, what I normally do is I normally work clockwise from the first planet to the right of the planet 1, like the planet closest to the space station. I save that till last and just work clockwise around the station. Just an easy way, I think, of going to every planet. But the good thing about this game is you can do what you want, right? So like, I have my way of doing stuff, and other multi-tool hunters might have their own way, you know. One thing that I have noticed though is I don't post as much on the No Man's Sky Coordinate Exchange these days, but I still check it out quite regularly, like every other day or every day some weeks. And I've definitely noticed that there seems to be a lot more multi-tools being posted now than what there has before. But I've also seen that there's a lot more multi-tools being posted that have crystals and like exotic attachments. Now, I'm not suggesting anything, but I do wonder if in recent updates the percentage of finding tools with those attachments has maybe increased ever so slightly. I don't know if it has or not, but it's just quite coincidental that since the last few updates where they sort of added they've nerfed stuff and buffed certain things, and they've increased percentages of S-class ships in like what do you call it, in black market systems, whether they've changed the percentage of finding tools with exotics or added more tools that have exotic attachments. I don't know. I mean, given the fact that everything is predetermined in the game and everything is already seeded, the chances are probably not. But I've definitely noticed that there's a lot more decent tools being posted now on the coordinate exchange than what there ever has been before. But maybe it's just because more people are doing it these days. I don't know. This is what annoys me as a hunter. These pirates get right on my nerves. Especially these days. Because they're still kind of pointless, but they're just more annoying now. Does that make sense? Like they've buffed them, and they've both with their damage to you as well as the damage they can take. But they're just more annoying now. Like I don't enjoy it. They get right in the way of everything, the pirates now, like hunting ships or multi-tools, you know, whatever you're doing, it just interrupts you, like what you're doing. Since the update, I can't hardly do anything without pirates bothering me on my perma. It's outright a slap in the face from the devs. Yeah, they are annoying. And like I said, you know, if they were a genuine threat to killing you, I mean, at the very start of the game in perma, they probably are, to be fair. But, like, they're just more annoying now to kill, and they just, because they're more frequent, it's even more annoying because it takes longer to get rid of them. They're still not really a threat, so they're still kind of pointless. They're just like a wasp, really, aren't they? You just want to bat it away and it still comes back. It's always coming back for more, you know? All the time. I do a lot of my hunting now on normal modes and survival. I do still do permadeath, but yeah, it is annoying. That was a guppy, wasn't it? Doesn't matter, I'm not going to get it. Right, how many planets have we done? Oh, we've still got 3, so there must be some tucked behind this planet here. Richard says, I knocked out the quest lines thinking the pirate spawns would subside, but nope. Now they just spawn 3 to 6 at a time instead of 1. Yeah. Yep, they are very annoying. See, look, another one. There we go. This is probably a hostile system as well. That makes it even worse. So are you guys all playing at the moment? Are you playing along while kind of just having a bit of a listen, seeing what we get up to? Did anyone watch the Queen's send off today, the funeral? I watched a good chunk of that, probably at least a couple of hours of it today. I thought it was really good. Very well done. That makes anyone that's British probably proud to be British. British, British today. That was a good little send off. That I loved all the military parade and stuff. That was cool, with the drums going and stuff. Right, so I'm missing a planet. Let me just do a quick check because oh, that looks like a nice hauler. I'm going to just avoid the hostiles anyway and come in here, but this hauler looks quite nice. Might be worth getting some snaps of it quick. There's a spider. It's quite nice, that. It's not something that I would get myself, and I would prefer it if the sort of tan or beige side panels and trim on this was black like chrome. But it's a nice fan wing. It's white and red predominantly, so if you've got a white and red character, it's quite nice. This is survival that I'm on, and these are your glyphs at the bottom left. If you want that hauler, your glyphs are at the bottom left, and I believe this is Austintacious, but I will just check that. Yeah, so this is Austintacious. So if you want that hauler, I just posted the glyphs on the screen, and this is galaxy number 10, which is Austintacious. Right, so where's this planet? Have I missed a planet? Right, it must be tucked behind either that planet there. Yeah, there it is, right behind that one. Yeah, and then one more to do after this, and then we've done this system. So I think this is the third system, so we'll be going on to system 4. "3D the Destroyer." Good afternoon, Austin. Welcome to the stream, Jules. I hope you're doing good, mate. Are you playing the game tonight, Jules? We're just doing a little bit of live multi-tool hunting at the moment. Not having much joy, but it's kind of early doors at the moment, so I'm probably going to stream until about 9 o'clock UK time, so about another hour, maybe a bit more. I'll see how I feel. Not at the moment, but I will be on soon. Yeah, cool. I hope all is good with you, mate. Haven't been in the chat much this week, or week just gone. Right, yeah, on to the next system we go. I'm going to probably just do a quick little scan of the ships in this system again. There's a mecha needle there. Where's that then? What colour is this? Oh, I thought that was a grey and dark chrome, but it's not. Forget about that then. All is well here. Yeah, good. Glad to hear, Jules. Right, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to go for a tier 2 this time. Right, how many planets? Looks like 5. No moons. Let's go for this one. Let's do a tier. Now, these can take a little bit longer to find the A-class cabinet, but we'll see what it returns. Let's get rolling. I do love this ship. It's really striking blue and white colours. Right, so settlement number 1, and this is a tier 2 system. So let's just hope it doesn't take too long to find the A-class cabinet. So that was a C-class tool on the space station. It was a standard mid-rifle with a grenade launcher at the bottom. So let's see what this one is. So this is a different tool. This is tool number 2. And there we go. So you see, you can get lucky with tier 2. You won't always spend a very long time looking for an A-class. I'm going to trust it. I'm going to trust that that is the native A-class tool. But sometimes you can spend like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and, you know, kind of 8 or 9 settlements before you actually find the A-class cabinet, which can make things a bit longer. But at the same token, you could also find an S-class very quickly. So it is swings and roundabouts. Right, so let's plonk that there, and let's get up to the next planet. So that was pretty quick. Let's see what I mean. If you hopped from system to system, just looking for A-class cabinets on the space station, you could actually spend about an hour looking for a space station which has an A-class cabinet, and in less time than what it could potentially take before you stumble across an A-class cabinet, I've already entirely scoured 4 different systems. Haven't found anything, but that's why I think the method that I do, which is looking for a tool in every system, I think you'll find things a lot quicker doing it that way than you will just by being guided by the space station cabinet. That's just my personal view. And it didn't take any longer there. 1 settlement done, and we've got the A-class, which it might as well have just been in the space station, right? So I do think that the way that I do it is the more efficient way of doing it. It's a bit quicker to get yourself a nice tool, or to find like an alien or experimental. But I know I've spoken to Lava Lamp about this before, about, like, you know, what he does, how he finds multi-tools and stuff, and he used to do what I do, like a few years ago. He used to do what I do, which is look for the A-class cabinet in every system and then reload every planet into that cabinet in every single system. But he found it quite mind-numbing doing it in the end. So what he does now is he will use the space station. So he will search for like space stations with A-classes, and then he'll reload. But if he sees an exotic tool like a experimental pistol or an alien pistol or a mid-rifle, or sometimes probably even like a tool with just crystals, if he sees that spawn in any class in the space station, he will then go down and reload on each planet and just try and find the A class and see what else is in that system. So he mixes and matches, I think, Lava Lamp, and he's like the king of multi-tool hunting. He does a bit of both, but he's guided more by the space station, whereas I'm much more about doing every single system. And it looks like Hazakadujo does space station searching as well. But there's not many other people on YouTube that really bother with multi-tools. Cuball does. I think Cuball just does space station hunting. Has there been any speculation on the next update at all? I must admit I haven't been watching much of it or paying attention to it. Come on, let's see if we can get one to pop. So these types of planets, any planet that has the glitch items, like the base glitch items, the collectible items, like they're sort of exotic planets that have just one fauna, you won't find any multi-tool cabinets or minor settlements on these types of planets, on any of them. So you can still find, they've still got their own unique multi-tool pool. So obviously I'm going to reload a save on this planet, and this will spawn this planet's multi-tools and this A-class into the cabinet that we're going to go back to. But you can't search, you can't actually conduct a search for tools on these planets. Same with airless planets, like dead world planets, low atmosphere planets. They don't have any minor settlements as well. So you can't do that. You can't look in abandoned systems either, because they've got no minor settlements anywhere. So yeah, there's a few exceptions, but regardless, excluding abandoned systems, you can find a multi-tool from every planet. Even if you can't actually search on that planet, they've still got their own multi-tools, like 2 to 4 multi-tools on each planet and moon. What are abandoned systems good for, if anything? Well, a lot of the red systems are abandoned systems, and like the cadmium systems, and that's where you tend to find the robot planets. Like for robot fauna, like robot pets, you tend to find them in the abandoned systems, like or red, specifically like red cadmium systems. But I must be honest, I mean, I don't go to abandoned the two types of system I completely avoid is tier 1 and abandoned. I just don't see the point of them in this game, really. There probably is. There's probably people out there that do things with them and love them and stuff, but for most of the things that are good in this game, you won't find them in those systems. Builders could be different, because there might not be like any conflict levels and stuff in a lot of tier 1 or abandoned systems. I'm not sure if there is, but they could be quite good for building because of probably the chances of lower conflict levels, so you won't get, you know, pirates spawning all the time and stuff like that. But aside from that, I mean, I don't go. I'm not one to comment really, because I don't have enough experience of them, so I never really go to them. Narosi, welcome to the stream, Kyla. I hope all is good. Yeah, we're just doing a bit of multi-tool hunting, bit of a live stream. Not everyone's cup of tea, it can be a bit tedious. But yeah, we haven't had much joy so far. I think this is the 4th or 5th system that I've been to. But if anything stands out, like ships and stuff, while I'm on the hunt, then I'm just going to post it. I think I've already been on this planet. Silent Robot says, robot creatures spawn primarily in empty systems at percentage chance of 0.1 of finding them. Thanks HG, one of the most complete creatures in the game and one of the hardest to find. Yeah. Do you know what? I've never, because I never ever go to those systems. I've never actually, like from all the time I've played this game, I've never actually found a robot fauna, because I've never put myself in a position to find one. Like, I would probably find a load if I looked for them, But because I never visit those systems, I've never found robot fauna. But they're not. I'm one of these players that isn't really into pets. They've never really done anything for me. I've never seen the point of them, to be fair. But that's just me. So I've never really had a need to go looking for that sort of stuff. But yeah, I've never found one. That's probably the only thing in this game I've never found is a robot pet. Thank you. All is good. Just enjoying the chat while I build. No problem. Build away. You've definitely got a bit of a following now in that building world, haven't you? I've been to a couple of your builds in the last year. They're really good. Really good. Right, one more planet. Where is this darn thing? Let's have a look. Not there. Not there. That's the one. Right next to the space station. Planet 1. I think that's the last one, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, last one, and then we'll go on to the next system. Are you building for the next event, Kyla? Are you getting ready for? Is it the Halloween one that's coming up next? Right, is it going to get lucky? Last planet. Let's see what it pops. Come on. Let the RNG gods be with me today. Nerosi says, I've already finished that one actually. Oh, bloody hell, that was quick. I'm doing another remodel at the moment of another older base that could use some love. But yes, the Halloween event is next up on the list. I might have to try and get involved in that. The only issue I've got is the next few weeks I'm going to be quite busy with work. Not weekends, so I might get a chance at the weekend, but during the week. Today's a bit different. It's a bank holiday in the UK today. Oh, we've got a meteor shower coming down. But yeah, I'm going to be super busy. No, it's not meteor, it's lightning. I do like these extreme events. I don't know why. It's quite clever how they seem to sort of pinpoint exactly where you are as well, like with the tornadoes and stuff as well. I don't know how it does that. It's quite clever. I'm sure it's like a really easy, sort of simple explanation as to how it always sort of lands on you and stuff. get out of here because I'm getting some damage. Yes, on to the next system we go. Jules says, bro, what Nerosi is building for the next event is magical. It doesn't even feel like No Man's Sky. It's like from a completely different game. That must be good. I'll have to go and check that out. Yeah, her Nerosi, your building skills are like up there with the best of them at the moment. And considering you've been doing it for such a short amount of time as well, that's pretty impressive, to be fair. So just Nerosi and 3D the Destroyer, they're two very integral people on the No Man's Sky Interstellar Index on Facebook. They're both admins. Jules, aka 3D the Destroyer, he's the founder. He created the group. And Nerosi is one of the top builders, ship hunter. She's contributed a heck of a lot to the index over the last couple of years. And sort of really between myself and Nerosi, we sort of named most of the ships and sorted out all of the ship parts for the solar ships, didn't we? We did quite a bit of work for that. Well, I say work, you did all the graphic design. You did all the hard work. So that's an A class, so we can just reload on each planet here and see how we go. And I'm just going to wait for the ships to come in just to see what this first wave is going to be. And then we'll get cracking on. Right, let's get to the first planet. Hey, thanks so much. I just enjoy it. I'm glad others... Yeah, they're good. Very good. I think I've got to be honest. They've all been good. But I think my favourite one of yours so far, probably actually one of my favourite builds that I've seen in the game, like just my personal taste, is the robot one that you did, where it had all of the ship landing pads like on the arms and the torso and the legs and stuff. That was epic. Was it the Indexatron or something like that? That was bang on for me. That was a really, really good build. Quite unique as well. Like, there's been quite a few robot builds have been built, but that one was very different. I thought quite good. Nerosi is a rock star. Both of you are excellent contributors, admins, ambassadors, and indexicans. We are the indexicans. Proud to be an indexican. The Indexitron, that's the one, yeah. That's it, the Indexitron. I like that one. I like that build. It was like something out of Transformers, but better. yeah, the Indexitron, Jules threw the idea out there and I ran with it. Probably the most fun I've had building a base as well. Yeah, it's really good. I like the ship was quite cool. There's been a few of them built by people though, I think, over the last few years. But the aircraft carrier was quite a good one as well. I went and visited that one. That was pretty cool. It was like a simple but really cool and effective design, that ship. God, I really need to stop drinking rum and coke. I'm consuming far too much of this recently, but I do like it. No good for the calorie intake. About to crack 19,000, so we'll be up to 20,000 soon. Then that'll probably come before the end of next month. Well, it should be in the next couple of weeks. That's been quite a rapid growth over the last 6 months, isn't it? That's quite good, that. Yeah, I love my rum and coke. I love it. I buy far too much rum, and I get quite expensive ones from time to time as well, and have them just on the rocks straight. My favourite brand of rum is a brand called Ronza Kappa, and they do kind of 3 or 4. They're all pretty good, but they do 3 or 4 really good ones. And if you can get your hands on one of the XOs, they're not cheap, but they're very, very good. And then for like probably my go-to affordable, like reasonably priced rum is Kraken. I'm not sure if you can get that in the US. You probably can. But yeah, Kraken is a really dark spiced rum, and it is lovely. For some people it probably is a little bit kind of not too great on the rocks, like straight, but with coke, oh, it's lovely, really nice. The most annoying thing about it is you can't get it in like more than I think 750ml bottle, maybe up to, yeah, I think it's 750, which is annoying because it's really nice. You kind of want it in at least a litre. But I think I'm on Captain Morgan today, which is a British Jamaican rum. I'm getting right into my red and black ships at the moment. Oh, these pirates are wasps, aren't they? They just don't leave you alone. Well, this looks like quite a nice planet. What is going on here? Is that popping? What on earth is that about? Surely not. What the hell is that about? That is shocking. I'm running this game on a RTX 3080 and a 12th gen CPU, and I'm getting popping. That is absolutely ridiculous. Right, halfway there are we? Yeah. So we've got 3 more to do. Not having much joy tonight though, which is a little bit annoying. But hopefully that means that we've got a nice one coming at some point. Nine likes. Thanks for the likes on the video, peeps. Much appreciated. If you haven't, please do give it a like. It kind of just helps everything out and just helps once it goes live. Like once it's uploaded to the channel as well. I've seen, talking about the channel, I've seen some news on YouTube that they've apparently been experimenting with, not to everybody, but they've been experimenting with rolling out 5 to 10 non-skippable adverts at the very start of the video, but primarily for videos that are more than 10 minutes in length. instead of putting scattered adverts that are skippable throughout the video. So at the moment they're trialing a minimum of 5 non-skippable adverts at the start of each video, but up to 10 depending on the length of the video, instead of scattering them. I think that is going to cause them some problems. They're going to need to backtrack on that. If they get feedback that's like all right, and it hasn't, it hasn't pushed the users to the limit of being pissed off, then obviously they'll implement it. But I think if they implement that, then that's going to push a lot of people to kind of go down the route of premium. I'm a premium subscriber. I pay a monthly fee to just avoid adverts because I watch a lot of YouTube. So that sort of stuff won't really bother me. But I can see that if they do that and it becomes like a minimum of 5 non-skippables at the start of each video, that's going to just piss so many people off, especially the longer videos when it's like up to 10. I just don't get that. But they've said that they've already conducted the experiment, and they're now sort of just mulling over the feedback and the information from it. So they've already rolled it out to like thousands of different users to see what sort of feedback they get. It's another pistol. What are other platforms like YouTube, Eben's World? What are other sites? Well, you see, that's the thing. Like YouTube is unique because, like with YouTube, you've got live streaming, you've got game live streaming, you've got lengthy videos, you've got short version videos like TikTok, like, or Reels, whatever they're called on Facebook and stuff. You've got pictures, you've got status uploads. You've pretty much got long and short form video on YouTube, as well as streaming, and as well as like community interaction with like just putting a status up or a picture and stuff like that. No other platform has that. Facebook arguably might have that, but Twitch doesn't have all of those features. You're going to struggle finding another platform like YouTube. The fact that it's obviously owned by Google as well, they've got just an unlimited budget, so they can get away with doing these things. Like they'll sort of push people to the limit, and if it means upsetting people, they don't care about losing a few subscribers or a few regular viewers, because they can fix things with the money they've got to make it right again. But yeah, they're unique. I mean, there's no other platform like YouTube, as far as I know anyway. Like most channels either are like dedicated live streaming, dedicated short videos, or dedicated to like long videos, but YouTube does everything, and does everything in size. Like they're a competitor to all of the TikToks and Twitch and all of those different places, so they can do what they want really, because they've got such a big client base, like customers. Yeah, if you watch it, honestly speaking, mate, if you watch a lot of YouTube, premium's the way to go, definitely. I mean, I'm not one for subscriptions. I don't have many subscriptions at all. Bit of a pirate, but yeah, I don't do the whole subscription thing with a lot of places. But the one thing that I don't mind paying the minimal amount of money it is as well per month is to YouTube, because I get a lot of knowledge from YouTube as well as entertainment, and no other platform does that for me. Most of it's just entertainment, whereas I actually learn quite, like with my gym as well. Like I go to the gym quite a bit, and there's a lot of good people I follow on YouTube for the gym and sort of motivation and stuff like that, and you just don't get that anywhere else really. So I don't mind paying a fee to YouTube if it means just getting rid of all the bullshit, like all the adverts and stuff. I don't mind it at all. It's well worth doing. It's the best money I've spent on a platform anyway. Yeah, learning and entertainment, YouTube is number one for me. But I think you mentioned they've got the market cornered. I think with long videos, they've definitely, they're the biggest out there for like long form video, like 20, 30, 40 minutes or more. But I think like Twitch probably still beats them on live streaming, because you can do a lot more on Twitch. It's not really a platform for me, Twitch, but you can do a lot on there. Like from a content creator's perspective, live streaming is probably better on Twitch than it is on YouTube. So I think that YouTube, if they wanted to really improve their live streaming, they'd need to be better than Twitch at that. But they're not better probably at the moment in terms of streaming. And short videos, TikTok has got that market cornered. Facebook is trying to kind of compete with them with Instagram and Reels, like shorts. YouTube has got shorts now. And I do think that they're pushing for more people to do shorts as well. They've just got to work out a way of sort of monetizing it properly and stuff. So yeah, TikTok is the short number one player. So they've got long form videos cornered, but I think they've still got to get the other markets. To get to number one spot on the other markets, they're going to have to do like a lot of work, like a huge amount of work, and probably a lot of carrot dangling with like fees, like money, to try and attract some of the content creators over to them. So that's not going to be an easy job for them. But they've got the money, right? It's Google, Alphabet. They're one of the biggest companies on the planet. Yeah. All they'd need to do is basically entice, like buy out contracts of a few of the big gaming streamers and a few other people in their fields of expertise, and they might be able to increase the amount of people that they get on YouTube. And then obviously with that what comes with that is their followers and their subscription base, right? So if they pay up and they pay good money, then they could probably do it. Nerosi's put, I do agree, but if YouTube marketed their streaming, I think it's pretty, it is. And a lot, particularly with No Man's Sky, most of the top streamers use YouTube, right? They don't use Twitch. Like YouTube is kind of No Man's Sky. Twitter, yeah. I used to have a Twitter account, but I don't have one anymore. That's more a sort of... Yeah, I won't really go into that, but Twitter isn't really for me. Right, nothing in this system either. We're not having much joy tonight. So, on to the next one. This will be number 5. This has got a moon. Do I want to go there? Yeah, sod it, I'll go here. But yeah, like if you watch a lot of YouTube, like if it's your main I guess go-to platform for like watching anything, or you know, wanting to learn something, if it was me, and I do, but if it was me, I would be paying them a fee to get rid of adverts. Honestly, it makes such a difference. I basically pay £17.99 a month, like £18, so that's about $21 a month, and that gets me, myself and 4 family members, premium access and YouTube Music. Now, I don't use YouTube Music, but it's quite good because if you were into like the music side, it's the same as Spotify in that you can actually download music offline to your Google account. So you know, if you're in an area that you can't get internet, you can still, as long as you've downloaded that music, you can have it stored on your device. And obviously there's no adverts, and that's a massive thing for me. It just cuts out so much time every day for me, because I watch quite a few videos in the evening, like, you know, just before bed and stuff like that, or even during the day on like a lunch break. I maybe just watch a couple of like educational type videos. And just the adverts alone, it just saves so much time for like 17 quid a month. It's nothing money really. So for me, it's like, it's a no-brainer. It's like money well spent. This is actually quite a nice tool, this one. These 2 crystal sights, black crystal. I just don't think it's the colours that I would want to... If this was like an all-white with black, I might hunt that, but I'm not going to bother. But that does give me some hope that there could be, because there's 2 crystals there, which are considered exotic attachments, like less than a 5% chance of a multi-tool having that, like the standard tools. There is a good chance that there could be another exotic type of tool in this system. So let's have a look. Music is 50% of my YouTube viewing. Yeah, see, if music is your thing as well on YouTube, then it's well worth the subscription. But I must admit, the music is... I mean, I've used a lot of the platforms. I mean, they're all much of a muchness, to be honest. I've used Apple. I've tried Spotify. That was what I used for quite a while. But I've got my own. I've mentioned this before, but I've got my own media server. So, like, essentially, I've got my own personal cloud service, where I can watch all films, play music, which I've downloaded over like the last 20 years. Like all the CDs I've ever had, and stuff. If I see a good song or a good playlist, I'll download it from YouTube and put it straight on my server. So I don't really have much in the way of subscriptions, but that's just because I'm a bit naughty with things like that. Narosi's put, is there a considerable difference in the % chance of exotic systems spawning other exotic type tools? I know next to nothing about multi-tool hunting. As far as I know, Narosi, it's just RNG. It doesn't matter what race the system is, what type of system it is, how many planets are in there. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to what spawns. It's literally just pure luck. It's RNG and luck. I could be wrong, but that's just kind of what my observations have been over the years. Same with ships. Like there's no real kind of set rule. I mean, other than you can obviously get more fighters in Viking and so on and so on. The actual type, like the colour and the parts and stuff, the systems don't dictate that. And it's kind of the same with multi-tools, really. It's just pure luck. Premium is the way to go. I heard more ads come in for those that aren't subscribed. Enjoy watching your vids. Already found a couple of nice saying. No worries. Yeah, ads. I think more ads are definitely coming. I mean, it's that the world over at the moment. Netflix apparently are talking about adverts. They've already mentioned in their recent earnings report that they're considering a more advertisement-based revenue stream in the future because of competition. So you might start seeing an advert pop up now on Netflix in the next couple of years, like halfway through a film or at the start of the film. Yeah, a lot of platforms are increasing their sort of intake of ads, because the fact is, and I don't want to go into too much detail. I mean, I pay a lot of attention to stocks and shares because I run my own portfolio, and that's kind of my background. But a lot of the tech companies are now at a point where they can't really grow too much more. They're always going to grow, but it's very, very slow growth now. There's only so many people on the planet, right? So you can't, once you get to a certain amount of users, if you've got a lot of competition in your sector, you're not going to get 100% of all those people. It's pretty much impossible. So you're going to get to a point in time where you've only got a certain amount of users. So the only way to get more money from those users is to increase the number of adverts or increase the number of products that you sell to those people, whether it be the same old shit or not. That's all you can really do, and that's why a lot of the tech companies and stuff have been really hit this year in the stock market, because they're massively overvalued, and they're all of them, even Apple, they're all starting to slow down quite a lot compared to what the expectations are of them. So kind of, although advertising is down this year across the board because of like COVID and everything else that's kind of come with it in the last year, and obviously the Ukraine war and stuff, a lot of companies are going to start ramping up their adverts, and that's just the way it's going to be, because that's an easy money. It's easy money for companies, right? As long as they can prove that they've got the numbers, like the user base and the clicks. So it makes sense. It's not good because I can't stand adverts myself, but from a business perspective, that's kind of probably what you're going to see. And a lot more subscriptions. You'll see the subs going up as well as the level of advertising, which is not great. But I'm very pleased that Facebook has lost 60% of its value this year so far. Even though I use Facebook a lot, mainly for like business stuff and news. Like I use it a lot for news, funny enough. But yeah, that just because of Zuckerberg being the lizard alien he is, and just a bit of a strange individual. And their privacy and stuff. It has tickled me that they've dropped so much this year in value. Like they've gone from basically just over $1 trillion company to like 360 billion now, which is still big, but it's nothing compared to what they were. He's in a bit of a trouble spot at the moment, old Zuckerberg. Right, how many have we done? We've only done 2, so this is the 3rd. Come on. Yeah, there's a few good traders that I follow on YouTube as well. But I don't really follow them. I just sort of watch what they do every now and then. You know, I've got my own portfolio and stuff, but over the last couple of years I've put a few quid into crypto as well. Not that I think crypto is going to be I guess anything in the future, but it's kind of a way that you can just make money, even if what you are buying or selling is a load of shit and it's never going to come to any fruition. You can still make money on it, and it's done well for me over the years. Well, I say the years, the last 2 and a bit years. So I've got a little bit tied up in that. But I personally think that that whole crypto world, two things are happening with it. Either it's going to fall flat on its face and just go nowhere in the coming years, or only 2 or 3 coins will continue to exist after like 5 or 10 years from now, like the biggest ones basically, like Bitcoin and Ether. But the rest of it, I just think at some point it's all going to die. People would probably disagree with that, but in the meantime, like I said, it's a way that you can make some money as long as you're not stupid. $1,900 indexicons. There we go. 200 to 20,000. That'll be a big milestone, Jules. What are you going to do for 20,000, mate? That's got to be some sort of a big build off, or a big ship show or something. You got to do something for that. You know what you should do as well, in just a suggestion, is you should live stream that. If you're going to do like a 20,000 build event, you should get somebody or a handful of people to come and live stream it. And I would be tempted to invite some of the bigger names as well, that maybe aren't even in the index, like Zoo or people like that, to come along. Because that would be really good, that. And then everyone can get to see, like Zoo and Ricey, they do that community event every Friday, and it's quite popular. They get kind of 40 or 50 people pretty much every week go into like their planet, and they just hand out sort of items and stuff. But it's good coverage, and yeah, if we get to, when we get to 20,000, you should maybe hold like a celebratory 20,000 live stream for the index, and just see if you can get a few people doing it, because it will give you a bit of exposure, that, and it will be quite fun. Like a lot, it will be good for the community as well. Speak of the devil, here he is. Ricey, welcome to the stream, mate. I was just saying, you and Zoo and a couple of others, you do that live stream on a Friday. I've been to a couple of them myself. And the Interstellar Index has got a 20,000 membership milestone coming up in the near future, like literally in the next few weeks. So I was saying that perhaps we should get maybe you guys to come and do a live stream of that event as well, because it will give us some coverage and maybe pick some subs up for you guys as well. Not so much me, because I mean I'm multi-tools and stuff, I haven't got a big following, but yeah, like especially someone like Zoo. Crash test, proud indexicon here. Good. That's what we like to see. Narosi says that's quite the milestone. The congratulations goes to you as well. You're the glue in the index. Yeah, the glue that doesn't take any shit off anyone. Yeah, I'm good, Ricey. Good. Yeah, it could be quite good fun, that. Right, where are these planets? They must be tucked behind something. Are they've all got to be behind this, the starting planet. There's one there. I'm just going to quickly go back in here. In fact, just give me 2 seconds, guys and girls. I've just got to nip to the gents. I'll be 2 minutes. Sorry about that. I was busting there. It's this bloody rum and coke. Right. Where was that planet with the rings? There it is. Jules says, I've also got around 40 3D printed ships right now. Giving something out might be a possibility. Yeah, that could be cool. Yeah, live stream build off ship show. I think what you'd need to just be careful of is doing too much on like one live stream. Like maybe do one for like ships, one for building, and one for like a handout or giveaway sort of thing. I don't know, because you can only have I think 32 players in each system before it like just basically goes to shit. So you need to you just need to be aware of that really with live streams. Right, 2 more planets. What's the time? 9:15 UK time. Yeah, I'm not going to probably go on for too much longer. Hikamiro, welcome to the stream. Good evening. I hope you're doing good. Fine, thanks. Good.
Extreme temperature detected.
No, absolutely nothing on this hunt tonight. It's been terrible. I found a couple of, like, I guess, half decent standard tools. Like the rifle in this space station is not too bad, but nothing like I haven't seen a single experimental or alien, unfortunately. And this is the 5th or 6th system that I've been in. So basically 2 hours now. I think I've been streaming for 2 hours and there's been nothing. But that's just sometimes the way it goes. Sometimes in this time I could have found 2 or 3, but it just doesn't always work out like that. That's the RNG gods for you, I'm afraid. It's not, doesn't always go your way. I have got a couple of tools that I have found recently. They're not anything really special, but they're worth posting. And I have got 2 S-Class tools that I just haven't had a chance yet to upload. So there is going to be 2 new S-Class tools that I'm going to be uploading to YouTube. And pictures to the index and stuff quite soon. Probably, realistically, it's going to be next weekend because I'm going to be quite busy this week. I might get a chance in the evening, but we'll see. Have I changed microphone? No, I've just moved it slightly to a different angle. I don't know as if that's changed anything though. I use the microphone that I've used for most of this year. Yeah, I think I got this microphone at either at the back end of last year or the start of this year. I use a Blue Yeti. Nothing expensive, but for the money that they cost, they're pretty good. Since I watched your old stream, I found so far 11, no lipstick and no plasma tubes. Yeah, I mean, don't get too disappointed if you found no plasma tubes or no lipsticks, because they are incredibly rare. Some people can literally go like their whole time playing and never find plasma tube or lipstick. They're like the rarest tools that you can find. This is a really nice ship. There's a reflection echo coming from somewhere now. Oh, is there? Yeah, I'm not sure what's causing that. Sorry about that. Let me just quickly do a test on my iPad. Just 1 second. Right, can you hear me? Just testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. That's it. I think I'm back. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I think I knocked over the microphone when I went to the toilet, and something's obviously come loose there. That's it. Yeah, cool. Right, so just this is a nice ship. So just bear with me, because I'm going to quickly just get a couple of snaps of this one. I'm not going to keep it. I do like my long noses. Always check to see if I can get a 181 light year Explorer. Yeah, this is quite nice. I would prefer it if this if it was a bit more, if the tips were white as opposed to like a darker toned yellow, because then it would go with the nose. You sound good. Definitely had nothing to do with the rum and cokes. That was probably what was making me want to go to the toilet, for sure. But yeah, I don't know what happened with the microphone there. It's a pretty good microphone though. It's not bad. It does the job. I'm not one of these people that's going to spend like, 500 quid on a microphone, considering it's something I do for just like a bit of fun. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not my job. Yeah, this is probably worth a post. It would be much better if it was yellow and white. But someone might want this, even if not me. It might be someone's cup of tea. I'll get one for the glyphs on the black screen, so I can just cut them out. I don't mess around with stuff like that. And then I'll just take one of, because I go to so many different systems on different saves, I need to know what galaxy it's in, so I just screenshot that and then basically just come back to it whenever. And then that's done. That's a ship logged. Yeah, that would be much better in yellow and white as opposed to like yellow, beige and dark yellow. Not my thing. Lucas, does he like the yellow, does he? Right, let's have another. There we go, booming. Quite a few. Yeah, again though, this has got moons. I don't like moons. I'm going to go here though because it's a tier 3. We like tier 3s. It's a nice looking planet. There's that moon. What's the bets? All my maps end up going to that moon. It's always the way. Well, it's a rifle, so that's a start. C class. Red and green. I'm not that keen on that. They're quite rare though. These plasma balls with the glow shields. I've seen like tons of them, but that's an S class as well. No, it's not. Just an S class pilot. You know what? I'm going to recruit this guy. I've never built a squadron in this game. Yeah, I don't like dorsal fins. Right, let's get down to this settlement. That's the C class. So this is tool number 1. You ever put together a unique fleet for the Indexitron? I've got a nice fleet, yeah, definitely. I do have a pretty decent fleet in a couple of saves, so I'd need to do that actually and get some pictures. I've got an all red fleet and I've got a all white fleet, where it's like a red and chrome, and an all white fleet of all my finds as well. No one else's, all just my stuff that I've found over a few years. Actually, is that a different tool? Looks the same. Yeah, it is the same. But I tend to just kind of mix and match. I mean, to be honest, most of my saves have got like maxed out ships, and if any ship looks good, I'll just grab it and keep it. But I tend to just always go back to like a fighter, and just one that I've used like quite a lot over the last few years on each save. Everyone will have a unique version of the Indexitron. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, while we're down here, let's see what ships, because I can't remember. I've got like 9 saves now, or 10 saves, something stupid. Let me just call down a couple of ships and see what I've got in this fleet. This is going to be a mix and match one though. Right, this is a different tool. Right, there's the A class. Let me just quickly do a reload, and then I'll see what ships I've got. I think I've got a few solar ships in this save. Well, there's a crystal there, so that gives me a little bit of hope, I guess. Right. Sorry. Let's see what other ships I've got on this one. This is my favourite baller hauler that I've found. So this one here is all white and chrome, purple chrome in fact. This was really popular, this find, on the Index. So this is a really nice ship, this one. All purple chrome everywhere. So yeah, this is a real good looking ship. And what made this stand out for me was these bits at the end are not everyone's thing, but it makes a really nice symmetrical V shape. If you look at it there, look how nice that looks from above, and even from behind as well. When it's flying, it looks really nice. You just can't beat that for a hauler. So that's one of the ships. And then I've got, let's have a look. This is obviously a solar ship. Yeah, so this is one of my white solar ships. I'm actually going to be selling this because these bits here used to be white, and in one of the updates they changed to this colour, annoyingly. So this used to be an all white jackal, but it's now not. So that ship needs to go. That needs to get sold now. And then we've got this one here, which is a really nice long nose, which I found quite a while ago. It's quite an aggressive looking ship. It's an orangey red and blue with obviously dark chrome. Single thruster. So I've got that one. And then what have we got here? That's the jacket again. Oh yeah, this is quite a nice one. This is a Falcon, I think we call this one. A Falcon Solar. But it's in quite a nice combo of grey and gold. See that gold? It really stands out on this ship for some reason. Doesn't matter what system you're in either, and what sort of lighting it has. It just proper pings. So that's a really nice combo. That the gold and grey on that, it looks proper. It's really nice. So that's the Falcon. And then we've got, let's have a look. Yeah, this is one of my favourite, although it's got a dorsal fin, it's one of my favourite alpha finds. So this one here is an all white, well, it's like a two-tone white alpha, Thai alpha heavy with a dorsal. It's another nice one of mine. What else have we got? I think this is the ship that I'm currently in. And this, I think this is a yellow and black. No, this is an all white. What do we call this? Marlin. So this is an all white marlin that I found. Again, another really nice one. As you can see, I quite like white ships, but I do mix and match. Alphas and long noses are my favourite fighters. Definitely my favourite fighters. I'm just seeing if there's any more. No, that looks like it. So that's what I've got on this save anyway. And to be completely honest, the only two ships that I use is this one here and that alpha there. So I might, I actually tell a lie, I do use that every now and then. But when these solar ships came out, you kind of had your fun with them. But you get, I don't know, they take a long time to land and stuff, like the animations on it and stuff. So I just found myself getting quite bored of them. Mike's put, someone may have asked already, but is the Falcon location posted? Yes, it is. So if you go onto the Interstellar Index, or if you go onto the Facebook, the No Man's Sky Coordinate Exchange on Reddit, this Falcon is posted on both. It was posted around maybe February time. This was actually one of the first solar ships that I found, this Falcon, believe it or not. And I've not found one since that's gold and grey either, in any variety. Not that I pay too much attention these days, but But yeah, this is posted, so if you want to find this, you've just got to type in Falcon solar ship, gold, chrome and grey, and if you type in that on either of those indexes, then this will come up. It's really nice. I can't remember what the sail colour is. Let me just have a look. So they're hex sails. They're gold. So it goes with the gold chrome. So they're like a yellowy gold, right? So I guess you could get away with calling them gold. But yeah, it's a nice ship, this one. It's one of my better solar ship finds, that's for sure. But look how gold that is. Doesn't, as I said, it doesn't matter where you what sort of system you're in. That the gold on this really does show up for some reason. It might be because of the grey, but yeah, it's a nice ship, this one. Isn't that the Hauler 3D print design you have? Yeah, it is. That's why I went for that, Jules, that Hauler. I think that was the first ship I posted on Reddit as well that got over 1,000 upvotes. This one here. It's definitely my favourite Hauler find ever. I think the only way that I could top this would be if these were plasma shields and this was the flatter head, so like the shorter, more stubby looking head. That I'd prefer that if I was being picky. But yeah, it's a nice Hauler. Many hours I've spent in this game. Right, on to the next planet. We'll go to this moon first. Do a quick reload on there. That's a nice Hauler. Great part combo colours. Thanks, Narosa. Yeah, it's a nice one. That's my favourite of mine, that's for sure. But I have seen some other nice ones posted by a few people on the index and that. Kind of, Silent Robot says, kind of bored of solar ships now. The only one I like at the moment is the Spider. Yeah, do you know what? That's the same. So many people are like that now. I've seen a few comments on that. Like, no one. I quite like. There's a guy called Chad on the index as well. He's an admin. I think Chad and I were the only two people that kind of actually liked the Spiders when they first come out. I thought they were quite cool. But most people didn't like them, but a lot of people now really like them, like more than all the other ones. Like, it's their favourite variety. So definitely a lot of people I've seen have kind of flipped on that because they're quite popular, the Spiders now as well. But yeah, I know what you mean. Kind of, we had our fun with them. But I just revert always to fighters. I don't know why.
Extreme night temperature detected.
But this is my little Star Fox ship. I love this ship. I've had this ship for a long time. My favourite is my Horizon Wing long nose, pure white and purple chrome. It's a keeper. Yeah, I love white ships. Nerosi's like that. She likes her all white ships as well. Just clean, isn't it? They're just clean looking. But the thing is because with I think I think the reason why I got quite bored with solar ships is because there is only like a small amount of part combinations, and there's only a small number of varieties, and a relatively small number of colour combos. And I would imagine they've all been found now, right? But there's still a lot of ships out there from the legacy ships that are still not found, like in specific colour combos and stuff. Particularly, like for me, I really like pink and black, like pink and dark chrome. And there's hardly any of those type of ships that are indexed for some very strange reason. And there's probably every ship in this game can probably be found in that colour. And I think, like I said, like once you sort of realise that probably all the ships are now indexed, like everyone's found the ship that you probably want, it just sort of, I don't know, it just put me off of them a little bit. Because everyone went at them really hard at the start, and tons of them have been indexed now. So yeah, just trying to find something like unique is, when it comes to solar ships, you're not going to find anything unique now, you know. Whereas multi-tools and legacy ships, definitely, there's still tons of them that need to be sort of catalogued and stuff. Like I think Jensen's quite a prolific poster. He posts like a lot of ships on the index and the interstellar index, and I think from memory he still hasn't found, not just from finds himself, but anyone that's ever posted, he still hasn't found the kind of 10 out of 10 white hauler that he's been looking for. So it just shows you, I mean, there's still unique ships out there to be found. Yeah, I'm getting to a point now, and this is what happens when I do multi-tool hunting. I'm starting to hit the wall. Well, to be honest, I hit the wall a little while ago. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just finish off reloading on these last 3 planetary bodies, and then I'm probably going to call it a day and end the stream there. I've been doing 2 hours now anyway. But yeah, I get bored, not bored, but I start losing interest quite quickly. So like I won't typically do like, you know, like binge and do like 3, 4, 5 hour stints, like hunts. I'll do like an hour here, an hour there, and just split it up over the week or over the month. Because as you can see, multi-tool hunting is a process, and it's a very repetitive process that can take some time. But the end result is always cool because you find something different and something unique, which is what hunters sort of do, isn't it, in this game? These things are like the War of the Worlds, aren't they? God, he looks like he's got a bit of a... He needs to get some trousers on, this one. He's got a freaking snake dangling down there, look. That hauler is nice. I have to double check mine, but I think I found one about a week ago that is almost exactly like it, minus those blade type parts on the front balls. Yeah, they're called shockwave wings. No, they're not. I can't remember what they're called. Shockwave are the ones that go slightly down, actually, aren't they? I can't remember. I found a couple of those white haulers though. There's another one that I posted which is identical. Literally, it's pretty much part for part identical to that hauler there, except instead of it having purple chrome, it's got grey. So it's white and grey trim. Again, it's a really nice one. I found it about 2 or 3 weeks after that one. Aftershock, that's the one. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, those two wings, aftershocks. You can only ever get the haulers with those two aftershocks as well. But you can get haulers, the baller haulers, with 4 ibis wings, which are the vertical wings that go on the sides. And you can get them with the matching ibis tail as well, which looks actually quite cool. Right, are we 2 more? So I need a ringed, and they've got to be behind this planet that I'm on. Yeah, there's that purple one. Where's the other one? Ah, it's right in front of me. There it is. So that's what you need to look out for in Permadeath, is getting out of your ship there and falling into that cave that's right next to me. That could have been disastrous if this was permadeath and I was a bit closer. So that's the one I've got to go to next, the purple one. Looks like quite a nice planet there. I quite like the purple planets that have got all the bubbles and that. They're quite nice. Doesn't look like we're going to have any joy whatsoever on this stream, which is unfortunate. Right, where's this purple planet? There it is. Let's get over here. See what sort of planet this is. So flourishing, there we go. I want to get on the sunny side of it. Pretty crappy looking. There's no trees. That's a shame. Just in case, if anyone does want to come to like a purple planet, it doesn't look like it's got any trees, but the glyphs are at the bottom left of your screen now. This is Austintacious Galaxy, so you will need to be in Galaxy 10. And yeah, it's a purple planet. Is that water there? Just go and have a look and see if that is water. No. It's a cave. It's a cave system. I've seen a YouTube video once of a guy, just some random guy, found a cave and he could fly his ship all the way through this cave for like literally for ages. And he's just flying. It looks so good. All under like these sort of bridges and stuff. I don't know as if he made it himself, but it's pretty cool. Oh, look. An experimental pistol. So, what was that? So, I think there was a guy at the start asked how many systems roughly it takes before I see an experimental or alien multi-tool. And I said anywhere normally from 0 to 10. So I pretty much lay money on it that within 10 systems I will always find at least one or more exotic tools. And this is one of those instances where we're about 5 or 6 systems into our search. So we've got it inside that 10 that I said, but back in the day, I might have bothered to search for this as S-Class, particularly because I've actually found I've found an identical rifle version of this with wires, the bubble decals and the turquoise colour. So it would be nice to get like a matching set. But these days, I won't bother doing a search for pistols. I just can't be bothered. I'd rather try and find. I'd much rather try and find a decent rifle, and basically spend the time that I would now spend trying to hunt the S-Class cabinet. I would rather use that time to try and find a nice rifle somewhere. So unless this basically has horns or crystals or plasma tubes, I just leave all of these tools now. So like there's been dozens upon dozens of like pistols and mid rifles and stuff that I have found, but I just don't bother searching for anymore. But in saying that, if you guys want to come down here and grab this tool for yourself, or even there's definitely going to be an S-Class cabinet somewhere on this planet, or on the last planet that we were on. So if you want to grab this tool, what you need to do is first of all be in Austintacious, and then in this system here, this planet is going to be where you're going to need to reload a save. So this purple ringed planet is where you reload the save, and then basically just go to any A-class cabinet, like find an A-class cabinet, or you could even find the S, but to get this tool to spawn, you'll need to reload on that purple planet. But the glyphs for the planet that I'm on now, I'm not going to go back to that purple planet. I showed the glyphs actually for that planet when I talked about if anyone wanted to come down there. But the glyphs for this tool in this system are on your screen on the left. So if you want to come down here and hunt for yourself, then feel free to. I've got no issue with that. But this is the planet that you'll need to reload on. So this is the planet we're on now. Sorry, this is the planet we're on now. But you'll need to reload a save on this planet here. And you can find settlements on this planet. So yeah, if you want a turquoise tool, then feel free to come and look for it. But that's not for me. I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to jump to the next system. See what's in the space station cabinet. And then I'm going to probably call it a day on the stream there. Let's just see. I'm getting a bit tired now. Right. Balanced. Should we go to a tier 2? Let's try and find one with 6 planets. There we go. That's got 6 and no moons. Richard Head says, every time I land on a planet needing carbon, it's bare, except for more ferrite producing items than normal. When I need ferrite, it's always a plant-covered planet with sparse ferrite. Yeah, it's always the way. Always the way. When you need something in this game, it's never there. And when you don't need it, it's everywhere. I do like what they've done with these asteroid belts, though. Makes like for ship hunters, taking pictures a lot easier. Oh, should I just do one more little search? Yeah, I'll do one more quick search in this system, and then I'm going to call it a day. So let's see what ships come in. I don't like these. These are probably my worst fighters. The barrel noses. I don't like them. So it's a very red and blue themed theme so far, isn't it? Another red. So the chances are we're going to see quite a few blue or red, or blue and red multi-tools as well. What was this again? Was this a B? Yeah. Here's the last one. Blue. Right, so we've got red and blue. Is that the colour of the space station as well? Yep, it's blue. Right, so let's get down here, shall we? I thought your hauler trim was darker grey, how mine is, but now that I see it's purple, it's even better. I love purple chrome. Yeah, purple chrome is my favourite as well on ships. Gold chrome as well. The rose chrome looks quite nice as well. There's about sort of 10-15 different shades of it, at least. Right, what's this one going to be? C class. Right, so we've got the B and the C. A pistol and a rifle. And 2 of a possible 4 tools. If you want that hauler as well, that hauler is posted, Mike. You'll need to do a search because it was posted probably a couple of years ago now. But it is still there. I still get the odd comment coming up saying just got it, thanks, and stuff like that. This is the B, or it could be an A. So it looks like that's the native B in the system. So we've got at least 3 tools in this multi-tool pool. We've got a C, a native B, and an A that we haven't seen yet. This is possibly the A. It's the S. So there we go. So that's what I mean. It sort of swings and roundabouts, because even though this is a tier 2, yeah, this is a tier 2 system. You see what I mean? It doesn't make any difference on how quickly you can find the S-class cabinet. That took 2 or 3 settlements there. And that can be the same speed as what you'll get in like a tier 3. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever. So yeah, I mean, now what we'll do is we'll just reload every tool and see what spawns into this cabinet. We can basically just ignore everything else now. Now we've got the S, but it might be one of those systems that just doesn't have any decent tools at all. So we'll just have to see. You can't really tell these things, but my guess is it will be blue or red, given the theme of the space station and the ships that we've seen. I would imagine that if there's going to be like an experimental or an alien, it's going to take on either a blue or red theme, is my guess. Right, so that's the S-class cabinet. And there were 6 planets, wasn't there? So we got a good chance. Cool, right, so let's see what we're going to get. So those two multi-tools there were an orange and blue theme. I don't like these planets that have this chromatic filter on them. They're not good for building either. Come on, RNG gods, show me something. It's quite nice, sort of orange themed rifle there.
Extreme night temperature detected.
Three more chances. It's always worth if you found like an A class cabinet or an S class, and you go to fly to a different planet, and you can see a settlement. It's always worth just landing there, because if it's a different class, you'll get to see, like, you know, even if it's a C class, it doesn't matter, but you'll get to see like a different tool in at least one of those pools that shows. And you never know, that even though it's a C class, it may just pop a really, really nice rare tool that's worth finding. You, Mike says, I actually browsed through your Reddit a few minutes ago and found the post. I'll go check it out after I get off work. Yeah, cool. Yeah, because that's... Yeah, because there probably won't be a huge amount because for like 3 months of this year I didn't really play No Man's Sky at all. So there was a big gap of nothing being posted whatsoever. It's definitely a bit more of an orange theme in this system as well. These aren't rare. These are quite common on this gun. Horns are generally rare. You've still got less than 5% chance of finding horns attached to any gun. But you do see that tool with them quite a lot. Right, 2 more planets, 2 more chances. So I've got this planet here and this ringed planet. I'll tell you what is quite difficult is randomly finding a portal on a planet or a gravestone. You don't often see them just kind of randomly flying around or doing what you do sort of thing. Right, come on. We've got one more attempt after this, and then we're done. There's that blue. Right, this is the last shot we've got for an S-Class exotic. Is this going to be the one or not? Be good to me, come on. It's a rotting planet. Narosi, I'm off for the evening. Really nice chatting with you. Have a great rest of your hunt. I'm going to be finishing myself very soon, Narosi, as well. So thanks for joining. Enjoy the rest of your build if you're still going to be playing. And I guess we'll speak soon. It's like a little ravine here. Right, come on, last chance, last but not least. Be something nice, come on. You know you want to be nice to me. And no, it couldn't be any worse. So yeah, this is the thing. You can find an S-Class cabinet, but doesn't always mean that you're going to get a nice tool. And you know what? More often than not, when you get an S-Class on the space station, it very, very rarely produces anything worth worrying about, which is even more annoying because it's even easier. So I'm just going to jump to the next system, quickly look at the space station cabinet, and then call it a day. So I'm going to be finishing the stream in the next minute or so. Just going to quickly choose a system with at least 4 planets, the usual method. I always head towards the centre as well, just in like that general direction. So yeah, tier 2 or tier 3. Boom in, there we go. Yep, that's got at least 4 planets. So we'll get here. Bruised Cat has put, shame can't chat more, but some of us are working. Nice listening to the stream. Yeah, it's been a nice bank holiday. Well, it's been a bank holiday in the UK today because of the Queen's funeral. So we watched that during the day. And just been chilling in the evening. But unfortunately, it's 10:30 UK time, 10:30 in the evening. And I've got to work tomorrow, so I'm not going to be up doing this much longer. Right, what is this? Let's have a look. Don't be an S-Class. B, cool. Right, so yeah, I'm going to call it a day then. Let me just see what these ships are that are going to come in. Come on. There we go. Well, it's symmetrical. Can't stand those barrel nose fighters. Any more going to come in? No. Right. Yeah, that's going to be me done for today, guys and girls. So, yeah, we basically... We did find one exotic tool. It was only an experimental pistol. So I don't find those. I don't hunt for those anymore. So we did find an A-class experimental, but not worth the hunt. We found an S-Class cabinet as well, which was the last system that we were in, but just unfortunately, and you know what, more often than not, it returns duds, which it did. So again, we got a bit unlucky there. Had a couple of nice ships that we saw. That yellow fighter was quite good towards the start of the stream. And yeah, it's been quite a long one, this one for me, so I'll do another one probably next weekend. Not anything this week, but next weekend I might do another one of these. I might start doing sort of one a week or one every 2 weeks, if people are interested in that. I'll see what sort of feedback I get, but yeah, really appreciate everybody joining. So I'm sure I'm going to miss quite a few people, but Narosi, Jules, Ricey, Crash Test, Silent Robot, Mike, Hikamiro, sorry if I've mispronounced that and butchered it, Hikamiro, JL Green, I think I missed you, JL Green, actually, sorry about that, Richard Head, Mike, Bruised Cats, the Swedish Gamer, and Conrad Parker. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you for the likes on the stream as well. And look, if I do another one next weekend or whenever, I hope to see you all on that one as well. So enjoy your hunting, enjoy your gaming, enjoy doing what you're doing,